Bomboni. Not sure if I should whisper or soft speak. We're currently under like a heat wave, so sorry, it's kind of gonna be pretty noisy with the air conditioner. I have Paco by my side. So I'm in the living room, which is why it's kind of like noisier atmosphere, but it's nice for a change. And I went outside and I'm like, I haven't done a flower reading in so long. So I wanted to incorporate some new flowers. These are just the new roses that came out first time for the year. And there were 3. So if you want to pick the rose petals, the dried rose petals as flower 1 for your predictions, I decided to go with herbs as well as not just flower. So I picked a bunch of fresh mint from the garden. So let me show you up close. Oh, that smells phenomenal. I really should be making like a rose petal tea. Yeah, I have a little rose bush, tons of mint. This is but like a fraction of it. This is like not even 10% of it. It constantly grows. And then I have a mix. So I decided this time to do a grab bag and do a mix of like this African flower and lavender. So whatever draws you in. I really intuitively picked each petal, each leaf wisely. If you want to pick 2, if you want to pick all 3, go ahead. So this will be the first one, rose petal, second one, mint, third one, grab bag, African flower and lavender. I forgot the exact name of it, but I know it's an African flower. So what are we waiting for? Let's do this flower reading. Starting with the rose petals. So I'm just going to give it a good shake. What do we need to know about the rose petal poopsies? The shaking of the flowers is the equivalent of shuffling the tarot cards. That's all it is. What do we need to know for you guys during this time? Please tell us, dear God, universe, what they should know. Thank you. So, let us see. Is it hard to focus? I just want to make sure it stays focused. So I'm going to actually keep the manual focus on. There we go. So it doesn't keep, sometimes the camera in lower dim lighting like this has a tendency to try to, focus in and out. So what do we have here? I see smooth transition, okay? Something with I should really get my pointer so I can actually demonstrate to you. Just enjoy looking at the flowers. I'll give you like 10 seconds of silence so you can see what this draws you in, what it looks like, if it looks like an animal or something. So I'll give you some time while I go grab my pointer. Just keep looking. Alrighty, I hope I gave you some time. So, my Zen garden pointer, right? Alright, so I don't know, I just wanted to point out, because the pointer's better so I don't like accidentally move or touch something when I'm not supposed to. Oh, I love this candle. It's white magnolia and apple. Anyway, so it kind of looked like a wave to me, right? Kind of like shh. At least from the angle I'm facing, because you're facing this angle, I'm facing this angle. So, yeah, the perception is reality, as they say. So, this really draws me in. Like something big happened this year. Right here, this huge petal at the beginning of the year. And then it's sort of like you feel like it waned down. But it's not waning down. It's actually an opportunity for growth, okay? It's an opportunity for you to realize, no, this is to my advantage. This is to my advantage. It's not a bad thing that this happened. But sometimes some things have to be taken from you, pushed away, so that you can perceive a new reality, so you can realize, oh, that's why that had to happen, you know? We have to be sometimes taken out of particular situations so we can perceive a new reality. Okay, so you've had to almost be like forced out of this. I see a mushroom here, so this to me, but it's like growing upside down. So this to me is like, again, like you thought you could like plan building something, building a home. That tells me mushrooms like a dome, so oftentimes it's like a roof over your head, right? Like it, but it's upside down. So to me it indicates that those plans kind of went sideways. Maybe you couldn't buy that home right now. Maybe you couldn't relocate at the moment. So that was part of the change of plans. Like you had big plans and goals for this year, and then it kind of waned down. But don't let yourself be weighed down, because I see better opportunity here. Things are taking you for a spin. They're gonna go back to where they once were, but not the same quite. So don't expect that, you know, you're ever gonna be the same after this. That's not the point, okay? The point is growth. The point is the lesson. The point is change. You don't want to be stuck where you are forever. So just because you didn't move doesn't mean you're stuck, okay? Someone's being really cheap with you. I see like this right here, this flower petal. Oh, you can't see it. Oh, should I dare move it? Oh, okay, it's right, it's literally here. Like you can barely almost see it. Anyway, so they've been really stingy with you, I think, since the beginning, because they're the first petal on the way bottom left, and they don't want to give you a chance to grow. It's like, you know, maybe you wanted to invest in that field trip that will help you fulfill your dream in the long term, right? But it's like they're not giving to you. They're not contributing. They're not donating. They're just being cheap, right? They have the money. It's not that they don't. They just don't want it because they're being stingy. So it's definitely someone close, personal to you, in your close personal circle. They know you personally on a personal, private life level. But it's not personal to you that they're stingy. They've always been cheap. Okay, let's be honest. They've always been cheap. So ignore it, okay? Just move on. If they're not going to be willing to contribute to your dream, your goal, bye-bye, move on. There's other people that will. There's always someone willing to give more, okay? You struggle fitting in. Some of you are kind of trying out new clothes, dresses, specifically the female essence is coming through because the rose petals. Maybe you're modeling clothing for a living. I see different dresses, designs, drawings, the like. It will go to plan. You just need to see again. Just because one thing doesn't work doesn't mean it didn't go to plan. Okay? Far from it, in fact. I think you need more confidence here. You need just a confidence booster, and not to let the past influences bring you down. Some of you I see are quite, how do I put it? Well, active in the love department, let's put it that way. But it's like it's never enough. You're wanting more, but you're going to end up a dried, withered old fruit. I mean, if you keep doing that. So, you know, like we think like, oh, you know, anything in overindulgence and excess is no good. No bueno, okay? No. Too much stimulation, no good. So sometimes you need to just say, you know what? It's okay that I am not active this week or this month or this year. When was the last time you took a year off? Became abstinent for a year? You know what I'm saying? Check in with yourself. okay, before you wreck yourself, as they say. Okay. And some of you are putting on these dresses and these outfits and changing your clothes to attract to this people. You don't need to do that. You don't need to do that. You come across appealing just being you. You don't need to go through all that and say, you know, oh, I'm looking at the Instagram and what people are doing with their life. And no wonder they hate their life and they hate themselves. Those people who do that constantly, day in and day out. I'm not saying everyone. There's people who do that for a living and they genuinely, you know, you get your paper. I'm not trying to stop the bag, but love yourself first before you do that. And then when you love yourself, it'll show in your images. So some of you are modeling like images, like literally posting pictures online. You're not a model, but you're giving model vibes. So do you need that $1,000 dress to impress those 1,000 followers? No, honey. Okay, so this whole year you're just gonna feel like you're trying to get younger, but you're withered. Trying to rejuvenate. You feel like maybe you're 35, 45, trying to go back to when you're 15, 25. It doesn't work like that, and life doesn't work that way. Move on. This is the message. Like, they're almost serious. Like, I normally not this, like, stern. I'm more, I guess, well, sometimes gentle, but I guess, I don't know. I guess that's how I perceive myself. Others perceive me differently. I have no say or control over that. But what I'm trying to get at it here is I have to be a little stern with you because this is going on a long time and I don't see it pretty. I don't see that, like, there's no other way. You have to change the way you're doing things. And by the way you're doing things, what I mean is change the way you see things. That's how you change the way you do things. And then when you change the way you do things, it gets better for you. But not right away. But you're going to find your group. I think you're going to find your group ultimately at the end of the day here. I see a closed circle here at the end result. So again, this is always like past, present, future, right? And yeah, it's gonna go great. I think this more experimenting with the outfits is sort of happening soon. Like, I'm talking, you know, this summer, right? Okay. You're gonna want to be active in doing that, all right? But it's not gonna go as you plan or expect. You think maybe you're seeing yourself go down one path, but the universe is envisioning a whole new life for you. A whole different path of creation, okay? So don't like be stubborn and set on your way. This year is not going to go your way, okay? It's going to go what's meant to be way. And then you end up realizing that was the better way all along. I see a silent moment, a silent period, like October, November. It's more like dead silence, like mostly November, like nothing. You just kind of reflect. Nothing really happens. Nothing really goes on. You got over the biggest hump. Don't worry. The biggest wave. It's all down from here. You've already been over it since like March, April-ish. It's all downhill from here. There might come like again, like that July, August shock, surprise, like, oh, maybe this is it. This is opportunity. No. Okay, there's nothing left there for you. In fact, even the person you're intimate with, if you're not already in a committed relationship, this is specifically someone new you meet if you're single. It's not going to go well because you need to still do the work. You still need to realize some things, okay? And then maybe it's only for intimacy. They're only there for intimacy. Sometimes we come across souls like that. They give us what we need, physical needs at a certain time. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. But they're not a lifelong partner because they don't want that. They're just like they are, they can't give you what you're looking for in certain departments, and that's okay. So you might vibe in other ways, But when it comes to long-term love and you bring up the idea, especially women tend to bring up the idea more than men. Men are more closed off to their emotions most of the time, at least. The guy's gonna say, sorry, I'm really not interested. It's not that I'm not into you, I just don't want this right now. You see? So it's kind of go like that. What else do I sense just intuitively? You did have a beautiful start to your year, though. You really did. And it's going to continue in blips. You just have to find them. You have to find the beauty. Some of you don't even want friends now because you're like, a friend can't give me what I want. You know, I want to settle down. I want to marry, have kids, whatever. You still feel more independent than that. You still feel like a free spirit. Like, you know, try to tap into the part of you that doesn't want kids, that doesn't want that future, that wants this whole separate identity. Let your creative juices flow, you know? Don't just get trapped in what other people are doing. Everyone's so distracted. OMG, like they're getting married, they're having kids. Like, what's the point? What's the point? Distract yourself with what you really want. It's not what other people's have. It's not what other people's want. Okay? Thank you so much. So if you, I forgot to mention, if you want to go on TonyBomboni.com, I do personal readings. I don't do flower readings at this time. I really should I? Oh my God, let me add that as a service. No way, I really should. I think that will help a lot of people. Because like sometimes I intuit more from like coffee cup or candle or flower, you know, than tarot itself, you know? So I really should. Thumbs up if I should. Let me know. All right, but I do tarot readings, Reiki healings, coffee cup readings, candle wax readings, and custom ASMR. Okay, so TonyBomboni.com helps fund and support the channel to buy stuff like this, to keep going, keep the lights on, keep producing day-to-day content for you. I love you all so much. Okay, so the next reading is the mint. I'm excited for this. It's my first, I think, herb reading. I should just do like an all herb reading, shouldn't I? Herbal infusion. If you big man jar, what's the message for you? Oh, you're excited. Something just flung out. Like, it's so tiny though. Like it feels like a baby, you know? Like very young energy, young soul. I think you're very excited about what life wants to bring you, what it has to offer you. It's like a refreshing new thing. What's the message? So you're bundled up with joy. You're bundled up. I see a lot of bundle here, bundling. It's like these all stuck to each other. You see that? It's so different from the last reading. Oh, and it smells so good. I think I got this one time. Someone's like, is that really Tony doing these readings, or is Alter, like, he just hired some random guy that sounds like Tony, like he never shows his face? It's me, Tony Bomboni. I'm not lying. Who else is it gonna be? Okay, you can see every detail of every vein of every knuckle, every hair. It's me, guys. Okay, I mean, who else? Anyway, so wow, you're thinking far ahead. You are thinking far, far ahead. Okay. Holy cow. Wow. You're excited, like, but this is the block. You can't get far ahead until you release this block. But look how far this leaf flew. Oh my God, even here. You're gonna go far on your journeys, on your travels ahead. I think this is just brilliant. This feels like such good vibes. Wow, it's just like the energy to it is just magnetic. I'm really glad I chose mint. It feels healing. Like I want to cry. Like it feels like you're almost giving me some healing. I'm such a crybaby. It feels so good. It's like you just sent this like really good healing energy. You have a lot to give, my sweet poopsies, but how do you get over this hurdle? You've been going through it starting May, June. I think June has been maybe a tough month for you, but July might even be tougher. Honestly, if you don't get over this, this is what I'm seeing, and this is why I'm so emotional. Give me a moment. I need Paco for comfort. Because I want to cry for you. Like, I'm literally crying for you. Because you are so selfless. You are so healing. You are so giving. You need to give yourself that healing. That's the problem. Until you learn to heal your body on your own, you cannot get over this block. Sometimes we go to doctor after dentist, after ophthalmologist, after optometrist, after gynecologist. I don't care. We go to so many people, and no one can help us but ourselves. Because then we realize sometimes, not always, sometimes, okay, that it's because we had a blocked emotion. We didn't forgive someone. Even through my work. You know how many people come to me like, oh, I overcame this because you made me realize I was just sad, or I was just angered at this ex, or, you know. So, or sometimes I take on their issue and I have to transmute it on my own, which is the hardest part. I hate going through that, but sometimes I know Spirit's like, Tony, okay, you have to do this because there's no other way. This is why sometimes people is like don't want to do Reiki and Tarot, because it's so hard, because they know that like sometimes the person doing the work has to take on that client's energy and work it through for them. Does that make sense? Which is freaking difficult. But anyway, so what I'm getting at here is that there needs to be a deep down resolve, like a deep, this also gives me not just block, but like deep cleaning, deep healing, deep from within. Like it's so blocked, I can't even see the bottom of the table. Like I want to just chisel and hammer at this away for you, but I can't because I'm doing the reading. I can burn it for you, but I'll burn the house down. I mean, no, I'm just playing. Look, you're giving so much that you're not giving to yourself. I think deep down that's the issue. I do maybe see some sadness here, but also like an emptiness, there's like a little hole in your heart, just a little hole. Not a physical. It's not physical, don't freak out. But what is that? Is that a bug? Maybe that's just part of the, okay, I don't know what that is. Burn it. But it's more so emptiness, loneliness, because you keep giving of yourself because you're so kind and loving. It's just, you're even sweet and gentle to others, but they're not to you. They're so overwhelmed by your abundant healing abilities that it's almost like they back away from you because they know deep. This is tough to say, but deep down they know you're so giving. They feel guilt that they're taking from you. So if someone backs away from you, again, it's not personal. They're afraid that you're going to give your all to them because they know how loving you are. So just be mindful of giving your energy. And I think you're going to come to that mindfulness September, October. Okay, a lot of, there's that like divot, September, October for a lot of people. Even October, November. But for you, it's more September, October, right here. So you're going to have to go through a lot and face, even through, honestly, even through August. This is going to be tough. Like July is the toughest. August gets easier, starts to get easier. Whoops. You need to part ways with someone. There's someone you want to cut ties, part ways, etc. You don't have to, but it might be for the best. It might be for the best. Some of you a little burned out, but it'll go away. You'll heal yourself. So once you heal yourself in some way, it doesn't have to be burnout, you're going to realize, oh, I can heal myself. And it's not necessarily the food or, how much you're working out at the gym, how much you're going outside, how much you're, socializing. That's not gonna heal you if you always carry, let's say, sadness with you, depression with you, right? Anxiety, anger. So this is not a matter of you're doing something wrong in your diet or something. No. This is a matter of realizing what's bothering me, what's wrong. Ask yourself, what is wrong? You're so gentle. Some of you are starting new things, like a new game, a sport, something, I don't know. You give very new vibes, very new energies here. So because everything's so new, you're all over the place, you're kind of scattered, you're trying to figure out, like, what should I be doing next? What's the next course of things? Don't worry about it. Focus on healing yourself. And honestly, I'm not saying stop giving to others. That's impossible, next to impossible for you to do. But change how frequently you give to others and give more to yourself. Remind yourself okay, maybe you remind yourself today. I give once to one person of my time, my energy, etc. Let me give once to myself in return. Or even twice. That's okay. That's okay, because you've been giving too long. It's okay to be a little selfish because you've been giving too long. You need to pay yourself back too. There's a balance. That's how we achieve perfect human beings. Perfection. It's not, I'm going to give 90% of the time and neglect my needs. It's not, I'm going to just give myself 90% of the time, neglect others' needs. It's harmony. It's balance. Again, you gave me some healing, so thank you. You didn't have to, but thank you. Some of you, okay? All of you. I think collectively you can help break this. And I almost intuitively want to break the block, so let's see what it looks like once you do. Once you just shatter that block away. Make sure not to go back in your past when you do. Make sure not to just be the type of person that, I'm going to clean my room, but hoard it all in my closet and close the doors and lock it and hide it forever. Some of you have a tendency. Group setting, group environment. You need to heal with a group, 2 or 3 more people. Not too many people. 2, 3 people specifically, maybe max 4. So you and 3 others max. Are encouraged to communicate about these issues, to talk it out. So if you're recovering from like addiction stuff, that would be promoted. Yes, hard to find 3, 4 people group. It's usually like 10 people, 20 people, right? So once you're done talking to those 10 to 20 people in a group setting, then you talk to them closer. You make friends with them. I see you making friends, personal connections with these people. But you have to go back in your past. So I think something in May or April really triggered you and made you feel maybe worse now. So sometimes the lingering effects will unfold itself into next year. So you might not even feel the side effect for quite a few of you actually until like May next year. Okay? Don't freak out. Just realize, even after we heal something, it's still, our body reacts. Sort of has like an abreaction. Finally, the air turned off. After a year and a half, some people 2 years, some people a few months. It just relies on your body, really. Everyone's different. Average year and a half. But, some of you also, last minute, I'm getting are struggling to find who the new you is. So when you're aging, with time, you're forgetting who you are, sometimes even how we are supposed to act, I guess, what's socially acceptable, right? So if you're thinking about your early 20s and you're in your late 20s, you know, maybe there's time to change some things up, and you know it deep down, like, okay, maybe there's some other way I can go about things, you know, and not feel so bad about myself. It's not that you have to change. I'm saying realizing not to feel, again, guilty about, like, if you used to do a certain thing all the time in your early 20s and you think it's weird, I guess, to do something like what you did in your early 20s, in your late 20s, for example. Don't feel bad. It's okay. Like, you just need to realize, like, that's what others are doing. That's not what you have to do. Some people are still in their teens. Some people think they're still 16 or 18, right? They haven't grown out of that. So that's their journey. That's not yours. So if they're always like, oh, you know, you're always home, or you're always like not wanting to spend time with us or something, that's their journey. That's not your journey. You've moved on from that immaturity. So just realize you've moved on, and you have other things. You're battling these things here. So this block. So it feels like one big block. It's not really like many blocks. It's really just one big thing. And when you realize that big thing this summer, you're going to say, wow, I'm so grateful I got over that. Okay, so that was your message. Mint message. Your minty message. Mm-hmm. But you're excited, again, that mint that was like all the way in the future, moving ahead. Yeah, like when you release this, you're going to be excited for the future. You're going to want to just jump of joy, gratitude that you're better, and things will get better. And it's okay that you go fast. It's okay to go too fast sometimes. We need it for our growth too. So don't be hard on yourself. Don't be guilty. That's the message. TonyBomboni.com if you'd like to book your own personal readings. Let's try the Lavender and African flowers. Perfect. Okay, so right off the bat, you definitely have a more active first half of the year. Second half will be kind of nothing. Nothing really special, extraordinary. But what will be special and extraordinary, but things will start happening quickly. So I saw this coming. Starting July, things are going to start happening really fast. So I kind of always knew that with this year. I tend to do like predictions, you know, before the year begins, and like literally starting July 1st, like in the literal sense, things are going to start picking up speed for a lot of things. Like it's going to be almost like a shock. Like some people I think are just going to freeze in time because they don't even know what's happening. They're going to just be like, why is everything so fast? So this definitely feels very collective. And it's preparing us all for the next year. So it's trying to, like, the second half is always going to kind of try to show you, like, not mostly the second half, but like more December will always show you. So by December, something switches, does a very quick U-turn. I'm seeing here. Again, it's like someone's rushing something to get done fast. They only have a few months. But I feel like the plan's already been concocted. So I don't know what this could indicate. The U-turn's already been planned like this month. And this way this month had such heavy energies, but now it's lighter. Do you notice that? It's like it switched on us. It's like all of a sudden it's better and faster. And it's like time's going faster again. Like we had like a little bit of a slow blip here and then went faster again. And that's because the plans are in place. So we may not even really feel the quickness. It almost looks like wind is blowing these leaves. Like maybe the winds really pick up too, with the earth changes. I gotta say here, again, people will be frozen in time. So, because there's still gonna be people like acting like they don't know what's going on, you know, denying not knowing, genuinely, like just kind of choosing to actively ignore. There's always those people that's just like, you know what, I don't care. Like, it's fear. You know, it's all fear. Like when people say like, oh, I'm not going to listen to it because of fear. No, a lot of times people don't want to listen because they're afraid of what they'll find out. Mic drop. I don't listen to people anymore that's like, oh, I don't listen to that. Really? Why? You afraid, huh? Your inner child is afraid of what you'll find out, what will actually happen. Sometimes you gotta listen. Sometimes you have to listen to message, to spirit. We're not gonna notice. I mean, it's gonna be hard not to notice, but for goodness sake, I see July. The rest of the people who don't notice, they're gonna start noticing. Because this energy is still deceiving, so it's almost like it picks up and then it slows down and then it picks up again. I mean, they have to notice. Again, I always get this October vibe. October, November, yikes. I remember I said specifically November was that 3 days of, yeah, the lights go out, you know what I'm saying? So, allegedly entertainment purposes only. I'm just saying what I'm saying, okay? I predicted this since last year. People thought it was April. No. I'm sticking with my word, November. Anyway, a lot of what I predicted already came true. Go back in that video where I wrote down predictions. I just sat there with a notepad and pen and just wrote a lot of it already happening. So, remember when I said strange creatures? That's all I'll say. Anyway. Yeah, so it's a beautiful change. Some might perceive it as negative, though. Now let's more divert here. I would say maybe there is a reason why I waited so long to do another flower reading, you know? I mean, I haven't done one this year, so at least I have now that time frame, like 6 months, now that June's over. And then I can see 6 months ahead, right? Like it gives me a better, clear vision, right? Something was sent down. So again, this is a different type of reading. This is more deeply spiritual. This is not like your boyfriend gonna break up with you. No, okay. That's not funny. I'm just laughing because I'm like, yo, I just said it so sassily. Like, yo, boyfriend gonna... Okay, no. That's not this type of reading. Something was sent down to us. February, March-ish. It was a gift. It was very important. But again, some people perceived it negatively. It's inverted. Ay. Our perception is what will change our reality, and what I'm saying. So I would say collectively, this is why I do these readings, to kind of, you know, start obviously bringing more awareness. There's a deeper meaning to these videos. It's not just like, here's the message, you know. Because collectively, if we raise and elevate our perception and we have an open mind, we see more. And when we see more, there's nothing to fear. It's just always been there. So, like the other day, I saw literally a ghastly appearance, a freaking apparition, poltergeist, whatever, outside. There's a lot of old Native American Indian energy here, 500 plus years old. There's even seashell mounds in my backyard. Like, I'm not surprised. It literally just like, I'm not even kidding. It looked like a floating cloud, like, and it came twice, like a wisp of smoke. Didn't freak out, didn't fear it, don't care. I just know that they've always been there. Okay, not that I don't care about them. I'm saying I don't care that I saw that, because I already know that's always been here. There are even graveyard burial sites. I'm not surprised if there's bones under me in this house. Not surprised. I've been told that. There could be. What I'm getting at, though, is that there's nothing to fear, because even when you elevate your vibration, maybe that day in particular, my vibration was a little high. And when it is, you start seeing stuff like that. It's not the first time I saw an alien, a ghost. Not the first time. Yes, I've seen them. It's not because I have a mental disorder. No. I don't just see things. But when you elevate, you start seeing. So this was already sent February, March. So the people already saw it. Some people saw it, they don't believe them. Because they can't see what you see, what you saw, basically. Speak up, speak out. I would say you're very shy. Some of you don't stay quiet. Life is taking you on many U-turns. It's not just one. So I'm seeing a lot of changes here. Like sometimes you have to go back in time and then forward again. And you don't know why you're doing what you're doing. Why you want to suddenly reach out and go back to your past and talk with that person. But maybe you're correcting a timeline. Maybe you're healing that. Maybe you're from the future and you came back. You don't know. We don't know. So we don't consciously, actively know. So I'm getting at here that you are incredible and amazing, and you can do so many things with love. I see a big heart here in the center. Your heart is in good intent, so it doesn't matter if someone doesn't believe you. It could have even to do with other things like, oh, I did that, I accomplished that, and they're like, no, I don't believe you. Okay, well, it happened, so that's your problem. Maybe that's not your timeline, right? So I do believe because we are shifting, the Earth's energies. Shoot, if it doesn't happen this year, I'd be amazed. If we don't shift. Everyone's talking about the Earth's axis will change, the tilts, the rotation, something like that. The energy in general. You're going to go where you end up going, where your heart is. So I see a pure heart, but some of you are so damaged, you're looking at the damaged part of your heart rather than the heart you have. And some of us letting the damages of life make us damaged and bad. We become bad people because people don't become bad people for nothing. It's because they didn't have enough love around in their life. No fault of their own. Sometimes that's a lesson of a soul. Even the worst criminal has a heart, okay? But they were not nurtured. They were not made aware of that heart, the love. This is why I love what they're doing in Norway with people who have committed, certain crimes, because they're giving them love, a home, respect, good food. They're letting them work, and they're showing them that's not the way. The way is love. And I wish they would do that here. Everywhere. Because when you die, where your soul goes, they're going to tell you. They're not going to bash you. You're not judged. You just judge yourself. They're going to say, that was just not the way. Here, let's give you some love so you can realize the way. That's all. So, and no wonder they end up with better test scores and everything. Do you know what I'm saying? Anyway. They're not told and forced to work to death all the time. And this is why I don't like it here sometimes. I really don't. To this day, I'm like, where the hell should I move next? Like, you know what I'm saying? Anyway. Not my vibe, not my tribe, right? I gotta say, though, relax, breathe, take it easy. You're doing great. Like, you're doing so good. Like, I just want to give you a round of applause. You're doing so good. You're doing so good. You better pat yourself on that back. I want to see you pat that back. Rub that back. Give yourself that hug, the nurture you need. Enjoy this moment of nothingness, of boringness, of mundaneness of life, because it's not gonna last. I'm convinced. July, mark my freaking word, things will start happening so fast. For some, again, the illusion of slowness, again, it will unfold August through September-ish, October-ish, but then it picks up again. July into August, some of August, will go fast. It'll go by like a blink. So if you want to enjoy the moment, do it now. That's the message. Like, it's already too late. By the time I upload this, it's already July. This is why I'm saying now. It's June 28 when I'm filming this. June's not over yet. But the first half of the year is basically over. You see what I'm saying? We only have 2 days and it's over. Enjoy. Do what you always wanted to do, what you never could, what you were ashamed to do. Do something that makes you embarrassed. Go ask that person out. Go on that solo adventure by yourself. If something makes you uncomfortable, go grab that microphone and shout, sing, laugh, play, dance. I mean this with love. Our time is up. I feel it every day, more and more. By that, I'm trying to say we're shifting. It's not that things are over. We're shifting. We're shifting our mindset, our reality. So enjoy this old way while you can. These old ways are no more. This is universe saying, okay, we're done with this. You guys have evolved enough. I truly believe it. Like, I at the beginning of this year, I'm like, we're not ready. Oh boy, we're not ready if it happens this year. Now that we're 6 months in, I truly feel we're ready. And it brings tears in my eyes. I truly feel we're ready now. I think we're ready. Yes, I'm with confidence saying, we are ready. Bring it on. Thank you so much. Oh boy, that was beautiful. Okay, guys, again, TonyBomboni.com if you want. That was deep. Like, I love when I get those like collective reading energies. Did not see that coming, but yes, I knew something was amazing about these African flowers. I love Africa. I want to go there. As a kid, I was like, I'm going to be in South Africa. I don't know. I think we might have to relocate. Who knows, because of flooding or who knows what happens in the future. Heat, you know what I'm saying? Like, I see myself in South Africa. I always did. As a little kid, I dreamt it. I kept visualizing myself flying on a plane, going there, living there, relocating there, like a mission. Like, it felt specifically like I had to do it with a group. So maybe it is the Exodus, who knows? Anyway, I always as a kid, always saw myself there. Don't know why. Anyway, amongst the nature, the animals, the beauty, the trees, right? The fruits. The people, I just love, like, they feel like so friendly, familiar. I don't know, maybe a past life. But anyway, even though I wasn't on Earth before, whatever. Okay. So, thank you so much. God bless, love, and light. I hope you guys got whatever you wanted out of this. Take care now, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.